Are we that bothered? Are we that bothered? Are we really bothered about bottling a 3-1 lead against Aston Villa, Unai Emery side, all that business? Because I don't know. I don't know whether to be angry, don't care. Of course, it was Jurgen Klopp's last ever away game, so from that aspect it weren't good. But then I was asked before the game, James, do you see Liverpool, or do you have confidence Liverpool will beat Aston Villa? I responded to that question, no. It was actually an Aston Villa fan who asked me that question. Shout out to Jeff. We love Jeff. He'll be buzzing. But I told Jeff, I said, Jeff, I'm not really too confident about this game. He said, James, why aren't you confident about the game? I said, well, Jeff, it's Liverpool. This is what we do. We're in that phase of our transition or that period of our lives where it is what it is. And, you win some, you lose some. And we're just really a team that's probably overexceeded. We don't play great football. We found a period where we were just finding ways to win games. And that's what brought my confidence to potentially winning the league. But quite clearly, we're not on the level of Arsenal. We're nowhere near the level of City. And somehow we're still sitting third. And it was only 2 games ago where we were 1 game ago where we were definitively, officially out of the title race. Now, you think that pressure removed could have helped us sustain a 3-1 lead. And even though I wasn't confident going into the game, I didn't think we'd lose the game by being 3-1 up and then bottling it. But then now that it's happened, I'm not really too surprised. So I don't know whether it's care, I don't know whether it's not care. I'm just here doing a video because I'm James Redmond and this is what I do. So I was asked that question before the game, like every single content creator and their nan is asked, what do you think? And I said I weren't that confident, and it turns out I had every reason to be, but it was just completely different to why I thought not to be confident. I thought maybe we could lose 2-1, something like that. We'll be 1-0 down the entire game, get an equaliser, concede last minute. I thought that would be more likely than seeing us go 3-1 up and then 3-3. But then it went from 3-1 up to 3-3, and I was just like, what? So it's bad because it's Jurgen Klopp's last ever away game. That's quite embarrassing. In terms of a overall fucks given scenario basis, I'm about at a 6. I'm at about a 6, which typically is a lot higher. So it is what it is. One thing I've realised is that even when I was confident that maybe we could win the league, it was because we were getting results, and not always do the best looking team win the league. The season where we got 97 points and we won the Champions League, I thought we were the best team in England that season. But City got 1 more point than us, and the only game that we lost that season was against yours truly, Manchester City. So they deserve to win based on that premise, based on football and based on the European success we had that season. I thought we were the best team in England. So it's just one example of many examples that don't involve Liverpool. We were the best team, but we didn't win the league. This season, if we won the league, we would have been the 3rd best team in the league to have won the league. Because Arsenal are better than us and City are better than us. And they've established that based on the 2 games that they played against us this season. City not so much, Arsenal most certainly. So it puts us in a bit of a conundrum where we don't know whether to be happy about the season or unhappy. I think unhappy, because we went from here, competing, getting results and this, that and the other, to Atalanta, to Everton, to Manchester United. And yes, I will put Manchester United here because Everton was at least in good form. They were fine and they were doing the business. Manchester United, that's just embarrassing. Atalanta, decent Italian side. Man United is embarrassing. Embarrassing. Yet somehow we've still found a way to bottle it again, even though we've already bottled it. I just want to know, how do you bottle after a bottle? Like, here's a bottle. How have you gone from this bottle to a bottle of bleach? Do you know what I mean? Like, and don't ask why there's a bottle of bleach in my face. 80p for a bottle of bleach. Not bad. And you go from that one to that one. So we're in a position where, you're trying to not give a fuck. But then if you actually try and break it down, it starts to get you a little bit angry. So what I'm choosing to do, based on my free will that God gave me, in a society where hopefully we all advocate for free speech and we all advocate for free thought, I'm using my rights to basically say I don't want to speak about this. I don't want to speak about it. I don't want to... Diving into it is pointless because we're not doing nothing this season anyway. Klopp's going. It's a complete clusterfuck. It's going the worst possible way it really could. Jurgen Klopp's exit really is, like, the world is just trying to make this Klopp exit the level of Gerrard's exit, where I mean, Gerrard's was probably one of the worst exits that you're ever going to see of all time. Don't get me wrong. Steven Gerrard, 6-1 Stoke City, 3-0 Crystal Palace. It was the worst. 3-3 against Aston Villa isn't the worst, but it's certainly not the best. And I'll tell you the horrible way to go out. Losing to Man United, losing to Everton, and then winning 3-1, to then drawing 3-3 against Aston Villa, losing to Atalanta. It's crazy times. And it is what it is. Now, what's the benefits? What did we learn from today? Jurgen Klopp will actually get to go to Anfield because he's not suspended. On top of that, I'm not too sure what the benefits are. Now, could I sit here and rant about the players? Yes. Am I going to? No. Because it's to be expected. To be expected. Liverpool Football Club has just became the 22-year marriage that I found myself in for the past, 22 years. It's just like I put up with the bitch. Get me a hot dog and we're fine, love, do you know what I mean? Just make sure the dishes are clean, not in a sexist way. We're not talking sexism, we're just talking preferable roles that, go on, I'll go out, I'll earn, I'll get money, you do the dishes. Of course, under your compliance, which if you don't comply to that, then we're not going to be together because I'm not doing the dishes. And again, not in a sexist way. It is what it is. We need someone to do the dishes, and it's not going to be James Rebondinho, so please, can you fucking go and do the dishes? And hurry up! And I want a steak. So yeah, it's just one of those times where I'm not too sure where to go. I'm not too sure how to think. Do I care about the last game of the season? To a degree. Be nice to end on a high. But have I wanted this season to end for the past few weeks? Yes. Yes, that would have been very nice. So that's what it is. That's the position where I am at. And that's where I'm going to stand. I'm not going to go any further. I'm not going to try and make sense of something that makes zero sense. I don't know how we were top of the league, competing for all 4 trophies to get to a point where you lose to Man United, Everton and all these other sides. Putting Klopp's exit on the level of Steven Gerrard's exit, and I never thought that could be fucking topped. Now I need to ask the question, how come whenever a legend leaves Liverpool Football Club, we're in a position where we're fucking crying? It's an abysmal thing. Abysmal. So now, here's the solution. We drink a lot of alcohol. Now, if you don't do this for any religious reasons, great. Good for you. Great. You're going to suffer more than us. Now, for us who don't have morals, I'm only messing. I'm a man of Christ. But I could do with a bevy. You know what I mean? It's one of those things, like maybe 2. Possibly 10. We could get some wine. Make it biblical. You know what I mean? So we're in this position where, we've just got to kind of coast through life. And that's kind of what's happening with Liverpool right now. And that's been the summary of this video. You summarise the game. Aston Villa probably deserved a draw based on the fact we conceded loads of chances and we're shit. They deserved it. And based on us being shit, it is what it is. We knew it. We knew that we were shit. I knew we were shit. You probably knew we were shit. We all knew. We're all geniuses. And now I'm just thinking about what I'm going to do for the rest of my night. Might play a little bit of Xbox. Go on career mode. Win the league with Liverpool multiple times with Jurgen Klopp just to make myself feel better. And then deal with this final home game, which is going to come up this week. And then just die for the summer. Just die. That'd be great. And then next season, you hope that, Van Gaalen can come in. Van Gaalen can do bits, and Van Gaalen can win us trophies. And Michael Edwards signs us loads of world-class players. So yeah, it's a weird one. That's why this video's probably been strange. A strange viewing experience for yourself. It's been a strange performing experience for myself. But we're here. We're all weird in our own ways, especially James. And James is just coping. He's just having a cope. He's just, And I just want to walk off a plank and... No, not have a wanker. Walk off a plank. You know what I mean? Even a wank does not solve anything to do with our current situation at all. We are wank. We are a wank team. It's just I'm not going to have a wank because we're a wank team. I don't feel like we need to have any depressive wanks. That's probably the last thing everyone in this video needs. Go have some water, you know, or have a bevy, unless you're religious. If you're religious and it aligns and, you know, assalamu alaikum, you know what I mean? You don't drink. If you can drink, drink. Enjoy. In the name of Jesus Christ, I'm trying to cut down drinking. Not that I drink loads, I just drink sometimes, and it's nice. I could do one of those nice drinks right now, but you know what, I'm feeling good, and I'm thinking, you know what, maybe leave it. So, has Liverpool made James tapped? I already was tapped. You know, possibly mentally disabled, which is now being on show in this video, and I feel like I've done a phenomenal job of hiding the anger of what was a really, really big ball. But at the same time, the fucks that we give, are they maximum? No, they're not. They're not at a maximum level. They're just at a meh. Manchester United's past 13 years, just meh. That's where we are right now. Nah. Now, if we can come up with another positive, our stadium's not leaking. That's a pretty big W in comparison to certain sides who are mid-table below Chelsea, by the way. And yes, it is necessary for me to bring up Manchester United in this video because my biggest love is Liverpool, my biggest hate is Manchester United. Therefore, to counter the biggest love hating me is to abuse the biggest hate. Fuck you, Man United. Ten Hag in. Jurgen Klopp is going, so that's good for you, I guess. What a manager Jurgen Klopp was. You know what I mean? Good manager, enjoyable, great experience. It was nice. And that's all from me. See you later.